Okay, so then once we get to this teleport AI bot, we'd click on them, and that would teleport us to our first platform. So at this point, students would be able to observe the first part of the roller coaster, just kind of get an idea of what they're looking at. And then after spending time on this platform, they could read this question, which is, this part of the roller coaster is fully on the ground. What would be the potential energy at this point? And they could kind of think about that for a little bit. Once they come up with an answer, that would take them to their next platform.
So now we're going to look at potential energy equation, and they're going to be given what each variable equals. And then we have mass equals 80 kilograms, gradual constant equals 9.8 meters per second, and then you'd have the height equals 25 meters. And then you plug that into the equation and find the answer in joules.
So each time when you're solving a problem, students will be able to teleport to the next location, and at that next location, they're going to get their answer to the problem that they just solved.
So then that takes them to their next platform, which is just a couple of basic questions, such as from where we just were, which is the previous platform, what is the cart gaining or losing kinetic energy? So they would be able to look out and see that the cart would be going downhill from there. So the cart would be gaining kinetic energy. And then a follow-up question is, depending on your previous answer, how does potential energy respond? So as kinetic energy is increasing, then the potential energy would be decreasing. And so we go to the next teleport person. And so they'd also have another question, but this time it's for kinetic energy. So
now we're going to look at the kinetic energy formula, and then we're going to give you the variables. So meters again is 80 kilograms. We know that V is velocity, and then velocity is the 15 meters per second of the roller coaster. And then you plug that back into the equation, and again, write your answer in joules. And you usually go up to the flight attendant or ride attendant before, and then they introduce you into the problem, then you start the design.
So then it just brings you to the end of the coaster.
So if you turn to the NPC,
there's one last Spanish NPC
Yep.
that would tell you the last answer for the last problem, and then this will take you to
if
an
you
exit.
click on Las Preguntas, it'll take you to a Google form, and you have to fill out your experiences in Spanish before, during, and after the ride, as well as describe the coaster in Spanish. So I'll focus on the format, like the structure of the coaster.
So here it is. Again, did you think it was fun? Did you have fun on the roller coaster? How did you feel before riding? How did you feel during and after?
And that's all. Thanks for taking a ride on our Falcon coaster.